Welcome to Mirror Domains, and this is my full live watch-along for The Killer, directed by David Fincher, starring Michael Fassbender, rated R, just under 2 hours, guys, so we'll be out of here by 4 o'clock-ish. Hey, if you haven't watched one of these from me before, you know how this works. Obviously, I can't show you the whole thing here on the side. I'll do my best with my little tips and tricks to let you know where I'm at within the movie so you guys can follow along with your copy there on Netflix. I'm a big David Fincher fan. At least I used to be, until Mank came along. James, you just turned off about half of your audience. Damn it! God damn it, I should just keep my thoughts to myself, shouldn't I? Well, that would make this watch-along very entertaining then, would it? Alright, so I just hit the play button on Netflix, and we are underway for The Killer. And looking forward to it. Arliss Howard, huh? Chris Parnell? All right. My friend Live Chat says, hey, how's it going? All right. Yeah, David Fincher, right? Tilda Swinton is in this. Nice, good. Can't wait to see her. She's a fantastic actress. Now then, from what I know going into this, it's about a contract killer, obviously, played by Michael Fassbender. And it's apparently a slow burn, which is good to know. You should always know that a movie is going to be a slow burn going in, because if you expect high action like you were watching Drive or something, and it delivers a slow burn, then it'll mar your experience. All right, we're in. He's going for the widescreen format. Good, good, good. Like to see that.
It's amazing how physically exhausting it can be
To do nothing. Oh yeah, he's sitting waiting for somebody to shoot.
This work is not for you.
Chapter 1, Paris, the target. So he's waiting for his mark. Was that a little bit of the fourth wall breaking? If you're afraid of boredom? Was he talking to us as the audience? Hey, this movie's going to be slow? No, he fell asleep. That's not good. Did he miss his mark? Yeah. His mouth ain't moving. Whose mouth?
I am what I am. Except luck isn't real.
I agree with that.
Or one is born, lives their life.
Yes. The Smiths. Do what thou wilt.
Can't remember who.
So he's spent a lot of time thinking, philosophizing about his life and his choices, huh? That guy crawling into a crawl space? What's going on there? Every second, huh? 1.8 people die?
any dent in these metrics.
So he's justifying his existence as a contract killer, right? Well, Morrissey was a singer of the Smiths, wasn't he? I forgot. Yeah. Oh, yes. I'll figure it out later. Skepticism. Stretching. Trying to ward off some plantar fasciitis or maybe a little bit of sciatica. Hey, stretching is good. You got to keep it going when you get to a certain age. Otherwise, you will get things like that. I find that I have to do at least 2 or 3 deep squats 2 or 3 times a day to keep things from tightening up.
After, it all comes down to preparation.
Finger push-ups, huh? No, that I can't do. I want to be able to do it. So remember, this is the opening scene setting the tone for what this movie is all about. Introducing our main character.
Tweezers, forensic baggies, DNA kits.
No, it's not impossible. There was a murder in Owen Sound about a year ago. 3 guys. They got away. I don't know how, because it's supposed to be. Why isn't there a camera out on the street that saw these 3 people? Why couldn't that be? Why couldn't they be identified? It's kind of like if he's talking about McDonald's. If it's true that there's cameras everywhere, I wish that were true, but it's not. McDonald's? I haven't had it in a while.
He's expected. Best I can do. Hello? Invoice, we eat the expenses to date. Just call if the next one.
So it appears that his mark isn't showing up. So maybe he's got some faulty intelligence.
Dog world. To reuse the apt cliche.
What do you got? The big breakfast? So he's eating the eggs and the ham without the English muffin. He's trying to cut the carbs. Maybe he's on a keto diet. Which makes sense.
Of those who like to put their faith in mankind's inherent goodness.
Based on what exactly? Okay, so where are we? Coming up to 8 minutes.
That 70 to 80% of wrongful convictions are the direct result.
Okay. Hmm.
The few have always exploited the many. This is the cornerstone of civilization.
Okay. So he's making some kind of social commentary here. Just more justification for his role in society as a killer.
Not one of the many.
Whatever it takes, huh? Annie Oakley jobs? You know, if he's a really good contract killer, do you think standing in front of a big window with a big um, sniper kind of uh, thing, magnifier, or what do you call that? Scope is a little suspicious. It's a little counterintuitive, isn't it? Uh-oh, somebody's ruining his party. So this will be collateral damage of the job, I suppose, is the way he'll look at it, right? Is that cleaning person? Security? I don't know. They just drop in some money? Was that payment for the job? Or maybe it was mail. It was just the mailman dropping off mail from the box because the box was full, maybe.
Often lead a man to ruin.
Dylan Thomas is his mark. Okay, we're coming up to 12 minutes here. I got to keep it on this because I saw that in the parents' guide. Somewhere around here, there's some nudity, perhaps. And then there's a shower scene coming up with like you'll see his butt or something. So I gotta make sure that because we're live here on YouTube.
The most tedious.
Okay, there's the people on the couch. You can't see nothing there. They're just can't even tell who's basically on top almost.
Staged accidents, gradual poisonings. Anything with a little creativity.
His last quiet drowning, huh?
2 decades. He couldn't spell cat if you spotted him the A and the T.
Hmm. Sleeping on, what is that? A stack of plywood? What is that? A lot of voiceover narrative, isn't it? We're almost 15 minutes into this. And Fincher likes to sneak in visual effects to enhance shots with like snow or something like that.
sleep deprivation didn't qualify as torture.
It didn't? I think it would. So remember, guys, this is slow burn. So he figures that this location to kill the person is the best. So he's been waiting there for what it seems like a week or so, waiting for the person to show up. Would it not be easier just to find out where they are and dispatch them there? Well, the mark is there. It's a little bit like the beginning of the Batman, right? Some guy stalking somebody from an apartment from afar, and he's going to go in and kill him, kind of like what the Riddler did. And it's a rich somebody that's going to get his. Sound design. Fincher wants you to hear him put together the weapon. Guests? Is there going to be a party of some kind? He's got to do it quick before they get up there. Music, huh? What are we going to listen to?
A focus tool.
Some Chili Peppers? The Smiths, How Soon Is Now, yeah. Yeah. No?
Needs to waste time winning me to some cause.
Putting in eye drops?
I don't give.
Well, yeah, there's a certain detachment from your emotions that you would have to be a killer, right? Especially one that does it for money. Take him out. Come on. In the air. His heart rate is climbing. So his heart rate will throw off his aim. Wow. He's calculated all the way down to that. The music will calm him then, right? Just for the music purposes. I don't think I can share the audio. Ooh. Sexy time? Is that what's going on here? Certainly seems like it, doesn't it? Okay, so his heart rate is 65.
The way, ask yourself, what's in it for me?
Money. Livelihood, I suppose. Oh, she moved in front. He waited to a split second. Riddle it. Blow it all up. Now he's made it worse. Cleaned up the shell. Evidence. And he didn't kill the lights. I would have killed the lights. But I guess he's just going to get out of there. He'll have to finish the job some other way. More, less clean way. Was that the gun he just dropped in, or what was it? In the trash can. So he's out of there. He's going to have to go back and finish the job. Threw the lock and key down the sewer. And they're looking for around where the shot came from. He's good at ditching his evidence. They're not after you, Haas. I don't even know what they're looking for yet. Hmm?
What John Wilkes Booth do?
John Wilkes Booth. Is that who you idolize? That's... Okay, so he's really getting rid of all the evidence. Oh, is this the naked butt scene? Yeah, just in case here. No, he's just shaving. Disinfecting the whole place. So he screwed up. So somebody's going to come and say, well, you messed up, man. We paid you all this money and you didn't... All he did was bring down some heat. So he just discarded of a handpiece in the trash. The airport. One of my least favorite places next to, say, hospitals.
Longueur. Impressive. Bisogna.
Is that what you suggest I inform the client? It happened.
It happened. You took out a hooker. So he's trying to... His friend is trying to smooth things over for him, his contact. Again, smashing of the burner phones. Ooh, you hear that kid coughing? I hate that. Especially when you get onto a plane or bus or something, and that's what you hear. Dog smells pew 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 powder. Yeah. Pfeiffer says, hey, why isn't my live chat working? I thought I set that up. Sorry, guys, let me set that up. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Fixed now. Who's that guy? Who was that? It looks like he recognized who that guy was. Was that his contact? Bunker Archibald? So he's suspicious of everything, even room service. Okay, so what do we know about this guy? He's meticulous. He's careful about everything. Really careful about everything. That's his alarm, right? Somebody tries to unlock it, it'll smash. Little bit of paranoia in there as well. But I guess he must have had some kind of encounter in the past of somebody coming to, what, settle up because he screwed up, or some kind of retribution. He's always worried that somebody is going to be on his tail. Either another hitman or police. Chapter 2, Dominican Republic, the hideout. So that would be like chapter 1, basically, right? Or sorry, act 1. And that's about the 30-minute mark. So basically the setup of the story is that a hitman screwed up his job and now he's got to deal with the consequences. A hitman that seemed to have his whole acting game together in the beginning because he was spouting about how good he is, but he messed up. Good B-roll. Second unit shots, right? As he pulls up to a compound. Footprints and cigarettes. Did you see the cigarettes too? So somebody's been there for a bit. Pulls out a piece. So he didn't open the gate. He wants to go in by foot to make sure that he doesn't tip them off that he's coming, right? Portishead. It's quite the big place there. Yeah, shaky cam. It is quite the expansive place that he's got there. Expansive, not expensive. And expensive, I suppose. Uh-oh. Just in case we see a dead body. There's blood on the wall. Broken glass with blood on it. Vultures screeching.
Need sleep. They're monitoring for internal bleeding.
So she was attacked. Is that his wife or his daughter? I'm guessing it maybe is his daughter. She looks young. A woman.
Worst things.
Worst thing. So they.
Like a fucking taxi, can you believe it?
Green light on top?
Carefully. I promise. I swear to you.
So it's his
Nothing
lover.
like this will ever be allowed.
So this is why he's just always worried that somebody's following him or tracking him, right?
Are you alright?
She's hurt bad. You're just hurt real bad.
Nothing. You'd have been proud.
It's bad.
If I don't survive, I'll never see him again.
You got internal bleedings, they said, right? Careful. Yeah, you don't want to. You got to take it easy. They said that she would be ready to be moved. So is this a little bit of a John Wick scenario? He's got weapons, a cache of weapons buried somewhere? It is a little bit like John Wick, yeah, in that sense. He's putting together everything. So where do you guys think this is going? We got now two storylines. He's got to get revenge on people who hurt his woman, plus he's got to make amends for messing up the job in the opening act. So we got two things going on here for him. Wick buried his old coins. Oh, I thought there was a weapon in there too. I thought he had his weapon. I guess not. It'd be cool though if this was taking place in the John Wick universe. That he was just another killer in that kind of vein. That would be cool, huh? And we are getting a little bit of stories like that with the ballerina that's coming out. That takes place in the John Wick universe. I'm getting this sense that this is a little bit like neo-noir. Like this is Fincher's take on a film noir, right? Is that what you guys are feeling from this? So I'm guessing you'll have a good idea or some ideas as to who did this to him, right? Well, he pulled down his hat. Leo Rodriguez. What is that? What is he looking at? Some kind of punch card readout for his security or something? Leo Rodriguez. So he's ransacking the place to make it look like he's after something other than information. Sending funds to somewhere? It's like their version of a money mart or Western Union, right? Is that you, Leo Rodriguez?
For having to bring work home.
Leo, you've been a bad boy.
No one.
Trust no one. Oh, Leo is a cab driver. Oh, is that what he was looking for? Oh, he was looking for somebody who was driving people to nearest place, right? And Leo was the guy who dropped them off. So he's kind of like collateral damage in all of this. Who did you drop off? Leo.
Oh shit, man.
Rubber. Oh, so he thinks he's getting robbed. He doesn't know that he's there for information.
Leo 3 days ago.
Yeah.
What? 3 days?
Yeah. Big fair.
A lady? Like a Q-tip. And the dude with her?
Q-tip? Tilda Swinton is the lady looking like a Q-tip. Is that it? Yeah, good. That's probably it, Bifer. Good call. Well, that's cool if she's going to be like another contract killer. Tilda Swinton. Are you going to kill me? That's what I would want to know. It would be a loose end if you left him. It sucks, Leo.
Someone? Ask me anything.
Might as well fire it up because you don't know if you're getting out of that car, right?
How about I get out and I leave the key?
No. No. Yeah. Sorry, Leo. That sucks. And that's the ugliness of working in that line of business, is that innocent people like that get caught up in between. He was just a cab driver. He didn't know that that's what he was signing up for, right? But he can't leave an eyewitness. He tried to fire up a cig before it happened. I just fired up anyway. Let me just have one drag, man. Just have one. Boom. It'll be painless at least. Cunningham? Wow, this guy really... So is this David Fincher's tribute to the Smiths? Hey, who would I have? I'd have either the Tea Party or Big Wreck in my movies. Chapter 3, The Lawyer. Ricky Cunningham from... yeah. From Happy Days, yeah.
Humid New Orleans. 1,000 restaurants.
New Orleans. New Orleans. I'd have some black and red snapper. Or I'd try to get some Creole gumbo. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Here's the thing, though. David Fincher hired Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails to put together this soundtrack. And while he's put together some songs, he's also using a lot of Smiths. Which is really weird, right? I guess there was some Portishead in there as well, right?
The episode of Storage Wars, where they cut the lock.
Storage Wars. And see that there's like a whole arsenal in there. If it were on Storage Wars, they would get a pretty penny for all of it. Of course, it would be a crime scene as soon as they saw the fake IDs and stuff, right? Okay, but notice this. He's touching everything with his hands. With no gloves. So this would be like a ripe mine of evidence. The accountant with Ben Affleck had storage rooms full of weapons. Yeah. Here's the thing: we've been following this guy, and we still really haven't learned that much about him. Like, are we supposed to be rooting for him? Because he's obviously a killer. He's a bad guy, right? But like, it's curious. 50 minutes in, so about an hour, 10 minutes left. Getting some potassium. Dolores. Okay, so she. So he's trying to be like a recycling guy.
You're a lifesaver.
Why are you putting on those gloves, sir? Yeah. Counting for how long the door takes to lock. Yeah. The user will never get. This user will never get changed. Hello. Huh? Where is that fried pickle poutine place? That's Harvey's, man. That was at Harvey's. So go to Harvey's. No, that's Tilda Swinton, isn't it? So he's got his piece out. He's gonna.
Hello.
No, that's not Tilda Swinton. Stop saying, "Oh my God." Good God.
Very unlike you, my friend. Care to explain yourself?
Oh, is this his contact? Ties.
Insanity.
The lawyer was in Top Gun Maverick. Was he? So is Dolores Tilda Swinton?
A minute.
Need to take a good look at her. Looks a little bit like her.
Could you have, realizing my hands would... I may say, is very much beside the point. The consequences when someone's wide of the mark.
Nail gun? So it's going to be painful is what you're going to say. Ruining laptop evidence?
Even now, this entire debacle can be salvaged, but only if you disappear. The globe under any number of aliases spending it.
Yeah. Well, you thought wrong, dude. That's what I would say.
Everyone, the whole shebang. Because you'd never put it on the cloud.
Is he lying?
Who do
He's
you
lying.
think you're trying to intimidate?
Wow. No. Punctured his lungs. The nails will puncture the lungs. Yeah. It'll be a painful death. Put a newspaper under his head. It's got to be a terrible way to go out. Should.
Fight only the battle.
So he didn't mean to kill him there. He was hoping that he would answer some more questions. Did she take the pills?
Before I give them to you, I want some.
No, that's not Tilda Swinton. Dolores is not Tilda Swinton. Yeah, that's not her. Got a better look at her there.
Empathy.
Empathy is weakness.
Is vulnerability. This is what it takes.
Oh, that's why he brought the big thing, big tub up there. Simple, huh? Where are we at? An hour in. So about the halfway mark, I suppose. And what do you got in there, sir? Ah, just a dead body. A dead body? Wow. What? That was a weird joke, a weird thing to say. Well, how would he know that? How would he know that? That was weird. We'll have to look up who plays Dolores in the IMDb afterwards. We'll also take a look at the tomato meter score and see if I agree with what people have rated this movie. I'm not hating this movie. I'm actually quite enjoying it. But I can realize that it'll be a little too slow for some people. It's not quite as punchy as, say, something like a Gone Girl or a Fight Club. Isn't there a way that you just you pull your arms down or something and it... It is an ominous kind of ethereal score, right? I'm not hating it, Bifer says, but after Mank, he is not hitting it out of the park anymore. No, it's not. It's not. We'll have to see how it lands.
1128. There's an addendum on the back.
Hmm. It's quite the Rolodex. You don't see that many of those anymore, huh? The client. He's going to have to kill her, though. She knows this, right? Can't leave evidence. Yeah, there it is. Snap the neck. Again, with the Smiths. At least it was a quick... And she didn't see it coming. You didn't know.
Measure twice, cut once.
For carpenters, yeah. So how is he going to dispose of this body? Deep six it? I actually like going on ferries. I don't mind it. I've been on my share of ferries. Lots of time in Dawson City. There's a ferry. I've been on a ferry from Skagway, Alaska to Juneau, Alaska. I've gone on a couple of occasions, and that's a nice, beautiful trip. If you can, if you're not on the late night ones and during the day, you could see like these big mountains. Oh, it's beautiful. And I like the sound of the engines too. Something about the sound of the engines, oddly enough, is soothing to me. Oh, drop the evidence. Yeah, but the people that you killed, and you only took the evidence for those one people, I would just get rid of the entire Rolodex. And here's the thing about this movie. Because we don't know exactly, yeah, he's a contract killer. But other than that, we don't know why we would be rooting for him. Um, if he ends up dying at the end, I would feel indifferent to it. So they need something more to make me either root for him or, hope that he gets his comeuppance. Right? So the story would have like a complete impact. Took off the license plate. What was that? Was that an egg? A hard-boiled egg? Did you hear the soundtrack, right? It is subtle. Hertz, renting a car. Yeah, see that transition there? That's very typical David Fincher style. Outside a penitentiary. Some guy. Scope out the place. Ye Old English. Was that malt beer or whatever it's called? Yeah, the windshield cover so that it doesn't heat up inside. When we were in the Florida on our family vacations, we had to use those because the car would just heat up too much in the daytime. So that when you got in, it would be just unbearable. So if you went to like the Disneyland over like the entire day, you would have to put one of those shields in. So it just get too hot. I don't like Florida. Like it's too swampy. It's hot and muggy. So he's got Mark, the palmetto. Uh-oh, stripper. There's some neon girls up there. Palmetto Casino. But it looks like there's could be some nudity here. I didn't see that in the parents' guide. There's going to be some nude stripping.
The waiting period for creatine's not a bad idea.
What, is he saying that these guys are lunkheads? Too much testosterone? Yeah. The thing about creatine, though, is that you have to keep it up constantly going through your body, don't you? You got to build up a certain amount of it inside of you so that the muscles will react to it. So he's just scoping out this place. 121 his heart rate. So an hour and 10 minutes in. So we got to resolve the storyline of him getting retribution for the people that attacked his woman. And then he's got to make amends for messing up the job in the beginning still. I'm guessing that the crisis point will be he'll get captured and tortured by them and have to escape. That's what I'm thinking.
Pitbull weighing 45 to 55 pounds.
Actually, I hear that pit bulls are actually nice dogs. And I think I would have a pit bull. It's just got a bad rap because of the people that use them for fighting, right? Oh, he's knocking the dog out. Gave it a tranquilizer. Hey, at least he didn't want to kill it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sooner or later, that woofing is going to stop. And it's going to go to sleep. Let's hear that chime bell. Some kind of a wind chime going on in the background, huh? They just left a bench outside with all the weights. It rains there, man. The dog's passed out. Diva snores. Diva's out for the count. Oh, there's a shower here, so maybe this is maybe where we see the naked butt scene. I'm going to keep it on here just in case, guys. as he lurks around the apartment. Or, yeah, this has got to be where we see naked butt. Cheshire.
Very excited because this is one of the oldest country gardens.
Don't improvise. Only the battle you're paid to fight.
Oh, no, he's discovered. They're throwing down. It's kind of dark. It's hard to see the choreography, right? And he got his bell rung. Oof. More than once. At least he doesn't have a glass jaw. Yeah, it's really hard to see the choreography. I'm surprised. Because it's dark. And that's a style choice from Fincher. Ow. Wow, this guy's strong, man. Now that was a good sequence. Ow. Beer bottle to the head. Again, it's really dark to see if he's... Ah, no, he got him. Hooked him. Like, the sound design here is pretty good. Foley artists had a field day with this one, right? Uh-oh. What did he fall on? Oh, is that one of the legs from the... One of the table legs. Skewered him. Cheese grater? Do I want to know where this one's going? Cheese grater, huh? Oh, he's bleeding out. Oh, it was just a distraction. Okay. I was wondering if he was going to rake his face with it or something. Dude, you're bleeding. Yeah, you're losing a lot of blood, dude. You got to put a tourniquet on or something. Get out of there. Oh, Eva's up. Nice doggy. Oh no, Diva. Don't get into this, Diva. Come on, you're a nice pooch. Oof. That dog wants a piece. Good throw. Wow. What is that? That's like 25, 30 feet he threw that. He's got an arm on him. I don't know, throwing a bottle is kind of weird. Isn't it? That far? To get that kind of a whip behind it?
Simple.
So that wasn't the guy that was dressed like a Q-tip. I think you were right, Byford, that the Q-tip person is going to be Tilda Swinton. And her face is all messed up. Now that's going to leave an impression. Oh, there's the naked butt scene. Not really. You couldn't see that much. There's really no nudity there, guys. Well, at least you're sitting beside some company that should keep you amused. Chapter 5, New York, the Expert. So where are we at? Chapter 5. How many chapters? So there's about half an hour left in this? Yeah, there's about half an hour left in this. I like riding the train too. The train is a nice experience. I like it because you don't have to, other than the token stops that it does, once you're on, you don't have to worry about anything like traffic or anything, right? That's what I like about the train.
Unusual choice.
He's taking these pills too, aren't they? Because that was to help him sleep, burn some time off the clock. This is typically where like the second act crisis would happen. So I don't think he's going to get captured anymore. He's just going to carry out his revenge. Yeah, you were right, Byford. The Q-tip is Tilda Swinton. I'm thinking about this movie. I think this was a right choice to have it straight onto Netflix. I don't know if this is a theatrical experience enough. Like, it's well shot, except for some of those fight sequences were a little bit dark, which I don't think if you saw that in a theater, it wouldn't appear as dark as it was, at least on my monitor. And I've brightened it up a little bit for you guys. Well, we're slowly learning the hard truths about certain things about the theatrical experience in this time period. People are usually not up for movies like this in the theater. People are not up for comedies right now in the theater. And nobody seems to be up for long period dramas like Killers of the Flower Moon or Napoleon, because they're not performing well at the box office. And it's sad to say that movies like Alien, Hellraiser, Predator seem to be not theatrical movies anymore either, which sucks because I like those. I wanted to see Predator Prey in the theater. I wanted to see Hellraiser in the theater. And I want to see that new Alien Romulus movie in the theater too. Two biggest hits were Mario and Barbie, yeah. The thing is that I think if this went to theater, it would have suffered the same fate that Marlowe did, that Liam Neeson neo-noir film that came out earlier this year. It just wouldn't have done that well, which sucks because actually I really liked Marlowe. The Waterfront. Okay, so you don't hire an actress like Tilda Swinton just to have a small one-off role. I'm guessing there's going to be kind of a battle of wits played.
Common knowledge when a female is found slain, the prime suspect is always the husband or boyfriend.
What's that? So she's shocked that she knows why he's there. She knows that this is probably the last few moments of her life.
Good for so long. I'm suddenly regretting not having Haagen-Dazs with every meal.
She wants to, well, but she's not going to go out sober, right?
Tell me he went horribly.
The Last Supper. So she knows her number is up. Yeah, you have tainted. To. This time at work. This type of work, you. Sample of whiskeys. Got some water there. You're supposed to add some water, right? It helps open up the smell.
For what it's worth. I objected to his methods and I told him so. It's nothing personal. We've all had to work through the occasional civilian.
This could easily take place in the John Wick universe, could it? It could, right? Shockingly. Hey, we all work for money.
Was enough could be used to buy another life, another lie we told ourselves. He's another man's pragmatism, that old chestnut.
She's not savoring it, is she?
Biggest he's ever seen. He raises his rifle and he fires. And the choice is yours. I sodomize you.
That's a weird story.
The hunter charges, no sign of the bear, until the bear is standing beside him. You're not really out here for the hunting, are you?
He wants to get brutalized, is that what it is? He enjoys the pain, is that it?
You would make it out. Most likely.
Yeah. Why take this risk? You could have waited until she left. She went home.
Should. Like that recent day when you shouldered your weapon.
Somehow missed. You think he wanted to miss in the beginning? Is that what he wanted to screw up?
We're done. Can take everything.
Excellent.
Was the bottle poisoned? She never had a shot from the bottle.
No. No, it's all.
I'll have some ice cream. Some apple ice cream, maybe? Sorry, guys, that's a joke for people who haven't seen When Evil Lurks. Uh-oh.
Copy it for me.
Is this a drowning? He did allude to a drowning before. Yeah.
When your time does arrive.
I don't think he wanted to miss, but too careful, too cocky. Lost his chances. He's being cocky about this, and she called him out on this. He's taking a risk doing it this way. Because what was that he said in the beginning about distance? Oh, he just shot her.
Thanks.
So she had a knife. She was going to try to fight. Is that a knife I see from the bag? She was going to try to take a shot at him. Oh, hey, you gotta, because you know that if you don't try something, you're gonna end up dead. So what did I say? You bring in an actress like Tilda Swinton if you for some talking, and she did it well. It was an interesting scene. So what's going to happen here, guys? We're down to an hour and 36 minutes, about 14 minutes left. Is he going to end up dead at the end of all of this, or is he going to achieve retribution? Vanity plates. So this is the client that hired him in the first place, right? To do the beginning kill. Starbucks, a little product placement there. I used to like venti Colombian dark roast from Starbucks. I know some people don't like Starbucks. They say that it's a little too strong and tangy. Well, that's what I like about it. It's flavorful. Fob copier. So he's doing some research on the security there.
I don't think this guy's Mossad. Featuring Clara Joe. I expect a twist from Fincher and Fassbender will be forced to kill himself. Maybe something like that. There's got to be something here that just, if he just goes and kills the client and then that's the end of the movie, it'll be hard for me to recommend this to anybody. It'd be kind of like, well, here's just a movie where there's a contract killer doing some contract killing stuff. Artistically, it doesn't really say too much beyond that. There's got to be something more to it, right? And I think you're right there, Bifer.
If I might get your initials.
George Jefferson.
With everything transferred to your Caribbean account.
Yeah, she's a banker. She's trying to keep the money in the bank.
Not here. Guys, keep it moving.
So transferred money to the Caribbean for, what was that about? For his girlfriend? Does he think that maybe he's not going to come back from this one? Is that what's happening? He's buying a new piece.
Unripping 38.
That was a slick transaction. Yeah, I see one of those Amazon boxes in my mall. My mall has one of those boxes.
containers for Amazon drop-offs. So he's got a fob replicator, huh? So we can unlock that door. Again, with the morning stretches, trying to go back to the beginning. An hour and 40 minutes, so about 10 minutes left.
Brand new.
Rather smooth. So he's in a change room here, just in case there's some slight nudity here. I miss going to the gym. I like going to the gym. I did. I used to go a fair bit. I did. So he's copying the fob. Seems like mission was a success there. Jump rope. That's what I need to do more of. It helps strengthen your calves and ankles, right? Makes you a little bit more quicker, a little bit more agile.
I don't know who they are.
Did she double cross him? It's weird that they would leave her alive, right? So did she double cross him? Maybe his woman did that to him, setting him up. Maybe, I don't know. Again, it goes to a little bit of the lack of information we have about him.
How this is gonna go.
He could be anticipating you, though, man. I don't know.
Soon.
Well,
Who the
Hey, you hire somebody to kill someone, you're getting yourself into some bad business, man. Well, who is this
secure
actor?
building?
He's not there for cash.
Mr. Claiborne. And to ask, do you and I have a problem?
Oh. You hired me to do a job. Or you hired two people. It's a little bit like Stanley Tucci, but it's not. I can't see his face clearly.
Oh.
Okay, so now he's got it.
I harbor no ill will about anything that may have happened. The lawyer fella Hedges suggested that in this
Insurance?
$50K, the trail could be scrubbed. That was I have no issue with you.
Yeah, but the hit was still made out because of you.
I break into your home in the middle of the night with a silenced pistol. If I have to come back,
So he's going to cut him loose? That doesn't seem... That doesn't seem right. Did he think that maybe he screwed up and not... He didn't get the right guy? Or is he just realizing that the channels were so well established to prevent insight and knowledge as to all of the dealings? He saw that in his eyes, that he had no clue how deep he was in the trouble, right? Epilogue, Dominican Republic. So that was the climax. So that's sort of what happened.
slow.
Fate is a placebo.
The only life path. Or maybe you're not one of them.
Maybe you're just like me.
One of the many.
One of the many. Not one of the few. That's it? That's it. Well, that was a little bit well, no, that's not a little bit. That's the definition of anticlimactic right there. The killer. The expert is Tilda Swinton. The client was Arliss Howard. Arliss Howard. Charles Parnell. Arliss Howard. We'll have to look that up. I don't think that there would be a post-credit scene to this. Not one of Fincher's stronger films. I didn't hate it, but it's not very memorable either. I got to go throw my computer in the trash. Yeah. Thanks, Piper, for joining me on that. At least we watched it. And it's always fun to have that communal experience about watching it. Yeah, this deserved to be on a streaming service. This is not a theatrical movie kind of thing. And it's kind of like, it's just a slice of his life, pretty much. No real big double crossing. No big action sequences. There was some fighting in that one part. Let's go and see who... let's go to the IMDb and look at the cast. Was Fassbender good in this? Yes. But, I mean, he didn't have a big scene in it where it was kind of like, oh, wow, that's really good work, Fassbender. And it's definitely not Fincher's strongest work. So who else? Who was Arliss Howard was the client. Let me look up who that was. His face did look familiar. What else was he in? Full Metal Jacket, Time Traveler's Wife, Moneyball, The Lost World, Jurassic Park. Okay, yeah, he was the guy that took over for John Hammond in The Lost World. Okay, all right, I got it. Remember the end of Pig with Nick Cage? That revenge ending was fantastic and climactic. I never saw the Pig, actually. I need to see the Pig. All right. Who else did I want to look up? Oh yeah, Dolores, Carrie O'Malley. I liked her. She was... No, who the heck is that? Snowpiercer, TNT. So she was on the Snowpiercer series? Carrie O'Malley. Sammy, 1923, Grey's Anatomy. Goliath, Why Women Kill, Snowpiercer, TV series, 8 episodes. So she was in the first season. Was she the mother of Annalise Basso? Was she the mother of Annalise Basso? Yeah, there's like 3 seasons. I stopped watching. Yeah, she was. There's Annalise Basso right there, Folger. She was the mother. And I think, yeah, the mother did die, right? Because she kind of picked up after him. I do want to watch. I kind of bailed on the last episode of the first season. But I do like her as an actress, so I'll be keeping out my eye for her. I do like redheads. So let's go over the tomato meter and see what people had said about this. 85% by critics, 59% by the audience. Let's take a look at some of the snapshot reviews. LA Times says, The Killer is an opportunity for America's most stylish director to reboot, to get back to basics, to come in under 2 hours. Well, it was under 2 hours, so I appreciate that. Somebody who didn't like it, Chicago Reader. Despite a measured performance from Fassbender and a clear vision understanding of world building in Fincher's approach to Visual storytelling. The killer lacks any kind of teeth. That's a good call too. It doesn't have any like serious grit. Story-wise, there's nothing in it that makes you go, wow. Leonard Maltin didn't like it. The killer is dead on arrival, a cheerless bit of 21st century pop existentialism. But a lot of these people seem to like it. I want to take a look at a few more that perhaps didn't. CBR. The killer is intriguing due to Michael Fassbender in the lead role and David Fincher's direction, but the script goes nowhere fast. They spend a lot of time, like was it 15 minutes establishing his character to show us that he screwed up his first job, and really that was the catalyst. And could that have been told in a better, tighter timeline? I think it could have. Yeah. Movie Nation, John Wick light. Yeah, a bit. And there was multiple times in then where I was saying this could easily take place in the John Wick universe, and that would have made it a little bit more interesting. Just looking for any big name out there that perhaps jumps out at me here, but I'm not seeing it. A.A. Dowd, Chris Joyce. Movies and munchies. Okay. One more from somebody who did like it. Let's take somebody who did like it. Rachel Wagner. If you are expecting a solid, well-crafted character piece, you'll be satisfied. Was it a well-crafted character piece? We didn't really get to know him, the killer. We just saw how he deals with the two scenarios of him blowing a job. No, messing up a job. I shouldn't use that. Blowing a job. And dealing with what happens, the fallout of that. Michael Phillips of the Chicago Tribune didn't like it. At heart, an elevator pitch for a 2-hour pilot for a slick, junky Netflix series about a globetrotting assassin. Well, is that what you felt? No, I don't agree with that. I think he achieved what he was trying to do. David Fincher. It didn't have teeth. It didn't have grit. Richard Roper liked it. David Fincher directs another thrilling sensory experience. Sensory experience. That's not the way I would describe it. It was kind of like that one action sequence was just too dark, man. And the music, other than relying on like the Smiths, this was probably one of the weaker Atticus Ross. It was Atticus Ross, right? And Trent Reznor that did the soundtrack. It was meh. The Killer is a slickly made, stylish thriller with an anxiety-inducing score from Trent. Really? An Atticus anxiety-inducing score? It was barely recognizable, and I called that out a couple times, right? That uses the central character's aloofness as a hook to pull you to the edge of your seat. Yeah, no. All right, I think somewhere in the middle I would have to be between the critics and the audience. Pull that back up. Actually, 6 out of 10 is probably, I'd be more like 6.5 for The Killer. Yeah. All right, guys, that's it for me. What did you think about this live action or this live review? Did you like it? Hey, if you like this kind of stuff, we do movie reviews for stuff that's out in the theaters as well, for Saltburn, Napoleon, The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, yes, The Marvels, and Priscilla. Go check out those reviews. I go into depth with that. We're watching Survivor tomorrow morning. No, tomorrow's Wednesday. Sorry. Thursday, we watch Survivor, episode 10. And then Friday, we'll be back with Hell's Kitchen, episode 9. It was off last week because of the long weekend. And of course, then we do movie news throughout the week, where we talk about all the trending movie news headlines of the day. And we have lots of fun here. So if movies are your bag, hey, if you like watching this kind of stuff too, we do full reactions for things like Pain Hustlers was one of the last big movies we watched, right? That was a little middle of the road. What was another good one we watched? Reptile. Netflix, talking about Netflix. Yeah, lots of cool stuff here. Totally Killer. No, we watched that on, I need to edit that and put that up on YouTube. Totally Killer. I need to do that. All right, guys, that's it for me today. What did you guys think? Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Come join us tomorrow for more movie news. And yeah. See you next time. You're watching Mirror Domains. Wifer says, we wanted another dragon tattoo, but got insomnia. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't have the grit of girl with the dragon tattoo. All right. See you guys next time. You're watching Mirror Domains.